Falapo asked me the other day on TikTok, how do you bounce the ball between your legs? I've been hooping for 22 years and ball handling's probably the best thing I do, so here we go. Dribbling between your legs, well, dribbling period, you want a wide stance because you want balance. So you start with your feet. You don't want your feet together like this. You want them apart, like just outside your shoulders. Once your feet are apart, you want to make sure you have either your left foot or your right foot forward. I'm right-handed, so I'm putting my left foot forward because I'm starting with the ball in my right hand. The reason you want one foot forward is if you dribble it like this between your legs, you're giving the ball up to your defender. You're putting it right in front of their face, so they'll steal it every time. So if you put one foot forward, your body guards the ball a little better. Another thing you don't want to get in the habit of when you're practicing this is lifting your foot like this. You'll end up smacking your defender and you'll get ejected from the game. So practice with your feet on the ground. The second important thing about this is the lower you can dribble the ball, the less of an opportunity your defender has to steal it from you. The higher you are with the ball, the easier it is for them to get it. Notice how my torso gets low. My knees are bent. My torso's down, my hands are low to the ground. That's how you want to dribble. Once your feet are apart, torso's down, you're dribbling low. If you're just beginning, you want to really focus on throwing the ball with a flick of your wrist. Kind of like you're shooting the shot. It's the same motion from both hands. You're throwing the ball to a specific place. I'm just throwing it back and forth from my right to my left hand. This is the motion you'll use to dribble it under your legs. Once you got all that down, feet apart, torso low, give it a try. See if you can dribble between your legs. It's all good if you can't, just try. And if you keep messing up, it's all good. Try this to kind of get the muscle memory down. Just put that ball on the ground. And what you're going to do is roll it back and forth between your legs. Notice I'm flicking my wrists, sending the ball to my opposite hand, and the ball's going about 5 or 6 inches behind my left foot here. That's where the ball's going to bounce when you bounce it between your legs. This just gives you a sense for what the motion's going to be once you get it down. Because you'll get it. As long as you practice, man. While you're rolling the ball back and forth, you notice how my torso is going back and forth. I'm shifting my weight from my left foot to my right foot. So when the ball's in my right hand, my weight is on my right foot. When the ball's in my left hand, the weight is on my left foot. The reason you want to shift your weight like this is because you're going to move the defender naturally by moving your entire body left and right. If you just stand there dribbling the ball, it's really easy on the defender. He doesn't have to work. But this gives you the muscle memory for when you do develop a between the legs dribble, you can start using combinations and explode off your left foot or your right foot a lot better because your weight will be where it needs to be when you need to explode, if that makes sense. So practice moving with the rhythm of the ball, shifting your weight back and forth. My weight's on my left foot if the ball's in my left hand. My weight's on my right foot if the ball's in my right hand. Another thing to pay attention to, look up when you're doing this. You don't want to look at the ball when you're dribbling. You want to feel it. You want to be so comfortable with it and so in control that you don't have to look at it. You can look at your teammates to pass it to them, or you can look at the rim or the defender. You don't want to look at the ball. I mean, if you lose it, you can look at it, but don't stare at it while you're dribbling because you're telegraphing what you're going to do to the defender. Once you're able to dribble through your legs, start moving with the ball. Go backward and forward, taking steps as you dribble. It'll help you get a feel for the rhythm because in a game, you're usually not going to have both feet on the ground when you're doing this. You're going to be moving. You're going to be trying to move the defense out of your way. And if you can't get it for a while, dude, don't worry about it. Filming this video, I'll show you. I messed up a couple times. This is not an easy thing to do, but if you practice this for a couple hours a day for a week, I bet you'll get it. It's just practice. It took me, I don't know how long it took me to do this, but to be able to do the crazy stuff you're seeing me do, it took years. Think about Steph Curry or Kobe Bryant. Kobe stayed in the gym 12 hours a day, and he didn't take 2,000 shots a day. He made 2,000 shots a day. So if you have that sort of work ethic toward dribbling the ball, you'll become one of the best ball handlers in the country. And if you do it over years and years, you'll be one of the best in the world. It's just practice and repetition. I've been doing this for 22 years, and honestly, I should probably be better than I am. But you don't get to this level without practice, man. So just put in the work, put in the time, and you'll get dangerous on the court. So that's how you dribble the ball in between your legs. Keep your legs apart for balance. Shift your weight from right to left based on which hand the ball's in. And once you figure it out, start walking with it as you're dribbling it through your legs. You'll get a feel for the rhythm. Keep your head up. Don't stare at the ball. And man, you'll be a really good ball handler. Don't stop hooping, y'all.